travel through the mountains, walking through this wasteland. My eyes are fixed on the horizon, holding on to what I am. All alone out in this world, through the darkness I descend. My eyes are fixed on the horizon, pushing onwards to the end.
Hey, you got mad fun. Run the rhythm. Shut up. Sort your face out. Hey, yo. Hey, you got mad fun. Run the rhythm. Shut up. I ain't done yet.
Describe that again, real quick.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the coffee stream. I am joined by Phoenix Fire
Everyone.
and her on the rocks.
Good morning.
Don't ask why I say things the way I say them. I don't even know why I say things the way I say them.
Why are you the way that you are?
I don't know. I need adults.
Man, kick it off by saying good morning, Derringer. Good morning, Cindy. I was just talking with Cindy. Good morning, how are you? And of course, hello, Slim Shady.
He's got the shade on everyone. He yawned evilly, too. Perfect.
Right, yawns and evil.
Yes, it's just how he is. Ever since he got raised back from the grave, he's just pure evil now.
Which I don't know who will let him do that.
Get raised from the grave?
Yeah.
His wife did it, duh.
Yeah.
And then they raised a
won't.
family together. It was perfect.
His wife won't keep him in his cage. He needs to stay in his cage. Blame Bird Boy. Okay, Dark Little Voices. Good morning, Cindy. Hello.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the chaos.
love-
It's the coffee streams again.
I love Cindy. She's so sweet.
Hopefully some of the chaoticness that has been my past 3 months of life can go away. Seriously. I could not. Yesterday I was so stressed out. I was having little panic attacks because of everything going on. And I'm just like, I really need this to go away. I keep a very non-stressful life for a reason because I don't deal with that much stress very well.
I don't know. You sound really stressed out now.
Hey, September Dragon Audio.
Oh, September in here?
September
Hi,
just got here.
September. Hello, September.
Second, I'm convinced it's for pure torture. Yeah, she's probably trying to torture him. Well, especially raising those kids, man. That was totally pure torture.
You said, first of all, it's a coffin, not a cage. Oh, I'm sorry, Dark Little Voices. I got confused. I'm the one in the cage. You're a coffin.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
though we did get you away from Silver Underworld, so, you know, you're fine.
Underpants. Oh, I miss him.
Yeah, he's been busy lately, I think, too.
Yeah, I think he just got back from Japan.
He did. He's not that busy. He works from home. He's not busy.
Just because he works from home doesn't mean he's not busy. He's not friggin' Seraphine who's on a stream and working at the same time. I'm watching you, Seraphine.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm on the wrong screen. I need to go back. Oh my god, where'd the stream go?
It is free. It has escaped you. It is no longer in the cage with you.
Oh god, how's the weather up there? 42.
Hot! Like, really hot. Like, I'm like, excuse me, it's supposed to be spring, not like summer weather yet. This is not what I signed up for when I moved here.
Who's out there?
Mm-hmm. Hold on,
Interesting.
I gotta hold on. Let me see if I can find some translations for you.
All right.
Is this-
I know here in Kentucky where I'm at, our weather is doing a roller coaster pattern where it's like cold one day, it's hot the next, then it gets cold and hot. I'm like, can you please make up your mind, Mother Nature? Please.
No, she's having a tantrum.
Yes.
Okay,
Or hot flashes.
today isn't going to be that hot. We're actually getting rain, so it's only 55 in Fahrenheit, which is 13 Celsius. But
Perfect.
I'm erasing it here, which is on Friday. We're getting up to 25 Celsius, which is 77 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Anything 60 and below is me, or technically I prefer 50 or below. I like to be cold.
Says the Firebird.
That's what I was just thinking. One of these things is not like the other.
The Firebird doesn't like being on fire.
Okay, so my mom visits regularly, just like I go see her too. But anyway, it's freezing cold in my house, but I'm always warm. I'm running around in a tank top, shorts, whatever. She's like, what in the hell is wrong with you? She's like, it's freezing in here. Turn some heat on. I'm like, no. So she has to come over bundled up in like 14 sweatshirts, a pair of sweatpants. He has to have a blanket. I'm like, sorry.
So males are more sensitive to heat, while females are more sensitive to cold. So women like it hotter, and men like it colder. And
Well-
this is actually proven. That this is just a normal thing. Women like things warmer, and guys like things colder. I find that I can't cool down easily, but I can warm. As long as I don't get like to the bone cold, I can warm up. I can't warm up. That's my problem. So if I get cold, there's nothing I can do except for take a hot bath. Well, if I get hot, I can cool down kind of easily and I'll be fine. But once I get cold, I'm done. Like, I'm just like, I'm miserable. I don't want to be around people. I hate being cold.
I get
I'm
hot.
right there with you too, Phoenix. I don't know if you'll disagree with it, but if I had the power of the weather here in Kentucky, then I would make all snow go away, and it would never snow here ever again.
No, I love the snow. Oh no, I love the snow.
I
Dark
can
Love
send
Voice's
you some.
name reminds me of the piece of the grave. You're so crazy, Shade. I love it.
But yeah, we don't get the snow that you guys do, but where I'm originally from is a little bit similar, and I don't know how you deal with it. I get rid of that entire season completely.
I will completely move to Canada just for the snow, but right now where it's hot, you can keep that.
It's you build your cities and towns around it. So you have enough snowplows to deal with it. You have enough. You also buy tires knowing that that's something you need, right? It's all about different mindsets for it. I'm not a big fan. I'm actually originally from the Lower Mainland, which is like the Vancouver area. It never snowed there. So I don't know how to deal with it either.
You know what? See, this is why I love Cindy so much in the chat. She would rather be cold than hot. Thank you, Cindy. Someone agrees. I love it. Team Cold for the win. Thank you, Dark Little Voices.
I would say only when I'm trying to sleep, because it's a lot easier to sleep if you're a little bit colder.
Oh, it's scientifically proven you get the best sleep when it's cold in your room. It's supposed to be 60 or below so you can sleep well.
Yes, but as far as the weather goes, no. I'd rather have it be at least spring weather.
I live in a house, so when it's hot, the number one thing I can't stand, because I was cursed with it when I was born, are bad allergies. Like, I'm on some prescription strength allergy medication for that reason. I hate cutting grass. Like right now, my grass needs to be cut, and I'm dreading it.
You just look at the
Can you
grass
wear like
going,
a Bane mask when you do it? And
Do I have to what?
wear a Bane mask.
was to say, would that help maybe if you just like breathe through some sort of respirator when you do it?
Can you imagine me talking like this?
I was born to cut the grass, molded by it.
I will break your body, and then
Good morning.
Having a
Labor
conversation
Day.
out in your lawn.
Don't worry, this is normal, Labor Spicari. You should know how streams go. What did I just walk in on?
Hi, lady. How are you, dear? I haven't seen you in forever.
We were just talking about how Phoenix has bad allergies and hates mowing the lawn, so we think we should get him a Bane mask. So.
That's what I scream at my lawnmower. I will break your body.
I'll bend you over my knee.
And now you have my permission to die.
Right. Oh, Jesus.
Busily hermiting. Got it.
Yes, same here. I work from home now, so I'm a homebody, and everyone's like, Phoenix, did you forget about us? Please don't forget the small people. I'm like, I didn't forget you guys. I just have social anxiety, and I shut off all my social media and crawl into my hole.
For your little... No, go ahead for it, too.
I was gonna say, I almost want your phone number so I can just go, Phoenix.
I have this notion, if I give you my like actual phone number, I will have 18,000 texts just going, hey, hi, what are you doing? Hey, are you awake?
No,
Hey,
no.
can you talk?
No, that's not me. It'd be like, once a month going, okay, I haven't seen you in a while. Are you alive?
Well, that's what
Yes or
Discord
no?
is. So everyone messages me on Twitter still, and then days will go by, and I'm like, I just saw this because I don't use Twatter anymore, as I call it.
Yeah.
I love Discord. You guys got me addicted to it.
I need a mask too, Phoenix. I fucking hate it. Apparently he hates.
Yes, Shade. Ugh.
I love the
I ain't-
smell of freshly cut grass.
Oh, I hate
But
it.
I'm not allergic.
The neighbors look at me like I'm crazy because I dress in all black because I'm out there cutting my grass, and they're like, "Are you freaking insane?" I know.
Yes.
Black is my favorite shade of color. Of course, I'm wearing all black.
So Phoenix is an emo bird. Got it.
Hmm. Why do you think my bird is like my new
New
avatar
logo.
is black and gray with the red eyes?
Yes. Which he did not hand me before the stream, and I am not changing things.
It's
42
Okay.
is a lazy 2.
It's okay. The old one works because I'm about to start doing horror narrations again, which everyone's like, "Yay!"
It's about time.
Speaking
still
of,
gotta do-
for your studio there, your new kind of setup, did you always have those sound panels, or is that something that you put together with the?
Oh no,
Desk.
I've had these. So it's not really a new setup. It's just I got rid of my L desk, and instead, back when I had my surgery that everyone knew about, I bought a stand-up desk because I couldn't sit in my chair because of my surgery. So I could at least raise the desk and stand and still record instead of sitting for 2 or 3 hours because I wasn't allowed to do that.
42, do you stream, like, do you have like a hole that you go into, or do you have more like just a desk somewhere in a room?
No.
A little bit of both, technically. So the desk that I sit at is supposed to be, I think, originally a makeup desk, and it's between the two closets in my room. And then I have this moving blanket around it for soundproofing, and so I'm not in a hole, but the way I'm facing, it does feel like I'm in a hole.
So you have like a makeshift closet on the outside of your closet?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, cool. Or what do you
Like
got
that.
going on?
I'm still trying to figure it out. So
I'm still not sure what to call this.
no, not even that. So my wife and we combined our offices together, and I put two L-shaped desks together so I could put some tempered plexiglass between them, and so there's like an RGB effect. And then I started doing narrations.
That
So there's
sounds like
not really a way to soundproof this big room that we're in.
That sounds like some COVID things. I put up some plexiglass 'cause I don't want her breathing on me.
No, it's so the L-shaped desks are shaped. If you like put together in a Y formation,
Oh.
and then in the front of it is just basically a long rectangle of plexiglass that I fused together, and then put some RGB lights behind it. And with the plexiglass, it gives it kind of a bigger effect and makes it look like the entire thing is glowing.
Well, and when I start making big boy money, as I like to say, I will be getting actual professional soundproofing panels. These panels that you saw in my pictures and whatnot, I bought these off Amazon just because they were red
Yeah.
and black. So, but they do the trick, and there's carpet in here, and underneath the panels, what you don't know is I have moving blankets that I bought, and I put them up all around the room, so it stops the reverb from bouncing off the ceiling and the walls and stuff like that.
That looks oddly
helps.
familiar.
Yeah, that does help if you want to start there, horror. It really does.
I have some of those. I've also been looking. I don't know if you guys have seen them. They're like the portable sound booths.
Oh, the
Oh,
little
yes.
square things?
Mhm.
Or...
No. They're like a big old rectangle thing that you get in.
That you can build, that you can either put together and then you can disassemble it and move it. Yeah,
I had a little box for my mic. It didn't work, so.
I've used one, but it gets so hot in those things. Jeez.
So you need a little air conditioner pumping in air while you're working.
You can't do that because then it bleeds into your mic.
Shh. Shh. Don't
I'll just
take my
sweat it
AC.
out in there.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm looking at my AC right now, which I can't have on because I have to have the window closed because so many people have to drive past the house like I
Yes.
live on a main street or something. Jeez, guys, can't you just take another road or something? Anyways,
Well,
yeah.
Some
there's
people are trying to record in here.
some
There's no
people are trying to be horror narrators and make people scary, but it's not so scary when you're.
I have to do mine late at night because during the day the kids are playing. You got cars driving by blaring their bass. You've got
That's not me.
now got construction because they're replacing all the water lines where I live. So there's drilling, and I'm
Oh
like,
God.
you know what? I have to stay up until 9 or 10 p.m. and record until like 4 in the morning. It sucks.
Lace Vicario says, "How dare they drive past?" And Dark Little Voice is like,
How dare they
"LOL.
live their lives?
Oh, dare they? Don't they know who I am? I mean,
Give me your car. Here's a bicycle. Be quiet.
it's just
You
so.
kids down there, stop playing.
I try. Well, actually, there's not that many kids live around here that play, so I'm not worried about that part. But it is funny that there's these really loud, annoying cars with loud music, and I'm like, I can't get angry because that's me.
I love loud music, don't get me wrong, but the bass, there is no sense in my entire house vibrating when you drive by. Like,
Yeah.
turn that down.
Yeah, no, I don't think I make the house vibrate when I do it, but I definitely can hear what I'm listening to, and my car doesn't have a muffler, so it's pretty loud.
Oh,
You just
I've been there, and you can hear your car coming from like 5 blocks away.
Yes.
hear that thing start up from 5 blocks.
You can. It's fine. There's no. If someone jumps in front of my car, I'm like, ow! It's not silent. I'm not driving a Tesla. The thing doesn't even have a muffler anymore. The rust went through it.
If it doesn't have a muffler and you get hit by my car, that's your fault because I know you heard me coming.
Yes, you heard me. It is not easy. It is not hard to hear me coming, man.
Oh my God, Dark Little Voices says just do what they did in the golden age of cartoons. Have a detour sign that leads into a pit.
There we go. Another car.
Draw one on the road.
I'll do that once I'm doing a horror story that involves a car crash.
You get the recordings.
Wow,
for
your
it.
sound effects are really good.
Thank you. I did it by myself. I don't know how they crashed, but I caught it.
It was just a freak accident. I promise. There was no planning whatsoever. And that pit, I don't know what you're talking about. Take care, Lace Vicaria. Have a good one.
Bye, Spookaria.
See ya.
I love her. She's like the ghost that pops in sometimes. She's like, hey, and then she's gone. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, and it's really late where she is.
Oh, I keep forgetting about the
Down
time
there?
difference.
She's
Yeah, down under.
She's from down under. She's not a Kiwi.
I need to go, everyone. Have a good stream.
And she's just shaking her head like, God
Yeah, she's
damn it.
How dare you?
It's up- I
You
have friends-
dare to say my
I have friends
accent.
in I have friends in Australia and New Zealand, so now I can. Who was that?
That was my hubby.
Oh,
He can't
hi,
hear.
hubby.
Phoenix says hi, and
I said hi.
Horror on the Rock says hi, and probably the stream says hi.
I'm playing anime Dark Souls today.
Anime Dark Souls?
What's it called
Like
again?
he's playing Dark Souls or he's playing an anime?
It's not a real
I'm
Dark
confused.
Souls. It's
It's not
Veil.
made by the same guys. It is definitely from the same fucking train of thought. It is hard.
Interesting. So you want to feel pain all day?
Yeah,
There you go.
that's pretty much it. Yeah, he likes to feel pain.
It's Dark Souls for weebs! Like me.
Like me.
Dark Souls
yeah.
per week.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing. I bought a new pair of headphones, the Rode NTH 100s. Speaking of horror on the rocks, you need to invest in some. I'm just saying. He and I have been talking tech for past week. But
He's been,
anyway,
filling me in and edumacating me.
educating you. Your narrations are phenomenal, but you also, I'm just noticing in these new headphones, your voice sounds like a radio personality. That sounds really cool. So you would do well to do your own streams. You got the voice for it.
I would like to, but entertaining people in such a capacity, like I feel like
Yeah.
it's hard for me to more go with the flow on it. Like I'd want like a scheduled, like, okay, this is what we're gonna talk about type stuff. And
You can do those.
No. Yeah, you can do that, but no, streams aren't supposed to have a schedule. They're supposed to be chaotic. That's what makes them fun.
Don't let the child in.
It's okay. I'll be forget it though. They are too busy fighting emus and surviving the devil's third grade projects. What the hell, Shade? Third grade project.
Third grade. Yeah. Sorry, the child is the cat. Just to be clarified.
the child.
The child. We have the dog and we have the child.
The cat.
The cat. Yes, I've said that. He can't hear the stream. That's the problem.
Speaking of, how are the floof babies?
Good. Lulu is going more for walks every day, so she's loving that. The cat has actually figured out that she doesn't really want into the basement anymore. We've actually gotten a harness on her and gotten her outside with a leash because she's not.
Ooh.
So she likes that. So
That's awesome. I wish my cats would go outside. They just go to the door and they're like, nope.
that looks not appealing to me.
One of them is a rescue. She used to live outside, but now that she's learned, she's like, I love the indoors. I love that there's always food and water and catnip and toys. And I have a 3-bedroom house, so one room is strictly a cat room. That's all that's in there. It's just cat stuff. Cat towers. There's empty boxes they can play in. That's where they stay. So
The
when it opens-
sanitarium.
Oh yes. And then when I take my dog out to go outside, they both come to the door and they're like, nope. And they go
We're
back
good.
in their room.
We're good. Yeah, you can take that beast outside. We do not
I'm
want to
gonna
be
go.
outside with that beast.
The only thing that irritates me is when I change the litter box and then they have what I like to call a poop party. As soon as they get a clean box, they're like, all of a sudden I've got a poop. And it's just like, come on, I just changed that.
Sometimes if it's too full, they actually will wait until it's empty again. They don't like to poop in dirty places.
Well, I have 2 because the rule of thumb is I don't do that. Otherwise, I would have 4. You're supposed to have 2 litter boxes per cat. But I have 2 litter boxes, one on one end of the house and one in the front, which is their room.
We just have one.
Oh. Well, you just have one cat though, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I've got 2 girls. One, she's 6, and my kitten is not even a year old yet.
The child is like a year and something. Literally, we just call her the child. I don't know why we started calling her that. My favorite thing to do is pick her up and like hold her upside down, and she just looks at me like, you are holding me wrong. But you were baby. She's like, I am a full-grown cat. I don't know. You still look kitten-sized to me. She's a small cat.
We got a big fat black cat. She loves to be held like a baby. Now the kitten, I'm getting her used to it, but she's like, put me down, human. I'll scratch you.
My claws will leave a mark on your skin that your family will see for generations because it's going to get infected.
But Shade, I tried having my cat on a harness. All she did was plop down and eat grass. What?
Nom, 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 nom. Hold on. This one has flavor. Nom, 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 nom.
My dog eats grass, so when it's time to go in, I'm like, all right, we've been out here long enough. He's like, nope, I'm going to chew this grass real quick.
I have not had my fill, father.
This grass must fill me. They've been trying to do research on why dogs eat grass because it doesn't like nutritionally feed them in any way.
No, they said it helps settle their stomach.
Constipation, yeah.
Yeah, that, and it helps settle their stomach if they're feeling sick.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
We're still. It's not like you ask your dog, why are you eating the grass? And they go,
Excuse me.
It gives me superpowers.
My yard.
I can tell that the terrier across the street peed on this one, and I want flavors of it.
I think that's what it is. It has to be that he eats all the territorial markings off the grass and then turns around and marks it himself.
It's like, oh, you think this is your tree? It is my tree. We have what we call the billboard around here, which is a specific tree in front of our house. We see dogs pee on it all the time, and every time we take Lulu out there, she has to walk up to it. Okay, so Frank was here. Oh, Julie was here. Oh, Frank needs to see the vet.
I'm ready to fence in my yard and just buy about, 4 goats. That way I don't ever have to cut grass again.
Actually,
I'm lactose intolerant to ride by a cow too.
we are thinking about changing the grass in the back to either clovers or a moss, which is more dog friendly to begin with, and you don't need nearly as much water for grass.
Wait,
That
clovers or moss?
Yep.
What is?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it takes a lot less maintenance. You don't need to cut them as much. You don't need to do all that maintenance with it. It's really good for your animals, and it's way less maintenance. I hate grass. I have hated grass since I was a little kid. I watch my dad mow it every single week, and I'm going, why? Why? And then we have to use so much water to keep this stupid weed alive that, is so picky about looking pretty. You have to water perfectly. Don't let the dogs pee on it because that's going to ruin it. And it's just like, okay, but why? Why are
As
we...
I sit here hearing that, knowing that I'm turning into that old man.
Don't pee on my lawn!
I'm allergic to chiggers, and grass attracts fleas and the bugs, and blech. I'm ready to just like go get a flamethrower and just burn my grass to the dirt and just call it a day.
Are you renting or do you own your home?
I might as well own it. Yes, I do rent it, but I might as well own it because my landlord didn't do anything here. I do all of my own maintenance work.
Well, I would double check that they're okay with you changing it out and see if you can change it out.
He wouldn't care, and I wouldn't have to ask. He would be like, I don't care, just give me money.
Okay, then why don't you change it out to something you're not allergic to then? That's definitely something. If you're allergic to grass, you really shouldn't have too much grass.
Now I've got it's a special type of lime that's safe for your animals. I've got it on order. It's just taking forever because it's on back order. But anyway, it's lime. It's a powdered lime. People use it in their chicken coops. But you edge your house and then you sprinkle it all throughout the grass, and it just kills everything except the grass. So I'll be happy when that gets here. Even though I don't have chickens.
Yes.
Is your allergies to the point of where like you can't take medication for it, like it doesn't do anything?
No, I'm on, so over the counter didn't work. I actually had to go to my doctor. I'm on a prescription strength allergy medication. I have to take once a day, and it's fabulous. I've not had any allergy attacks whatsoever. I might still sneeze, every once in a while, but
that's
I'm
just
not
normal.
I'm not stopped up, red, itchy eyes, can't breathe, and
You're not taking your fingernails to your skin and going, fucking get out! I mean, what?
Right. But I still cut my grass in long pants and long socks and stuff because there's poison ivy in the yard, and I am definitely allergic to poison ivy.
That is fair.
My mom isn't. She's the only one in the family that isn't. So she comes over to my house and she pulls all the poison ivy up just so I can cut my grass.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Your mama loves you.
She does, and I feel so stupid. I'm 38 years old, and I'm like, Mom, please come get this out of my yard.
But that's different. You are allergic to it and very allergic to it. That's poison to you, and it's not to her.
And
that makes sense.
Yeah, and since I've lived here for 3 years now, I cannot go into my backyard. That's all that my backyard is poison ivy. It is ridiculous how much of it is back there.
You can't kill it off?
I can. I used to live on a farm, and I found a DIY solution. It's vinegar, Dawn dish soap, and water. You spray
I was about to say that, yeah.
Yeah, and it burns everything down, and once it's dead, then you sprinkle baking soda, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
So what I'm hearing is get to work and then do something about the clothes.
Well, I'm waiting because Kentucky can't make its mind up. One day it's clouded over, it's raining, or the sun is out for 2 seconds. So the sun has to be out for at least a couple of days for it to take effect and burn the area you sprayed it on.
Fair.
When Mother Nature gets off of her hot flash period or whatever she's on.
Especially today, yeah, because I'm guessing by you too, it's kind of cloudy and blah out.
Yeah, it's sunny for 2 seconds and then cloud. And I'm like, can you please make up your mind?
I know, I was going to fix my fence today. And I was like, where's the sun?
Well, if it's too sunny, then my dog is like, yeah, thanks for bringing me out, Dad. I'm not going in. Thank you.
Yeah, Lulu likes to do that too. She's like, I'm I'm gonna suntan. I'm like, okay, so you need to keep that burnt mark on your back. Got it. And I'm gonna roll my tummy. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It's all white there. Why
Mind if he stays outside, but everyone drives down my street at like 100 miles an hour. So I'm just like, get your little ass back in here. I have crime documentaries to watch. Hurry up.
I don't want you to be one of them.
Yes, I don't want to scrape you off the road. Get in here.
Yeah, see, we don't have to worry about that because the backyard's all fenced off, so she's always safe.
Mine is missing. I'm actually not going to ask him. I'm actually going to go just buy I don't know if I want chain link or wood, but between my house and the detached garage needs a fence. And once I get all that poison ivy taken care of, I'm going to put the fence up, just open the door and be like, you stay out there. I'm going to go watch TV.
I got crime taking mushrooms to watch.
Yeah, he's going to sit at the door and whine and scream the entire time. He wants to be out there if I'm out there, but if I leave him by himself, he's like, no, don't leave me.
Daddy, when you leave me, I want you out here with me.
So if you're going to build your own fence, a cheaper type of solution, this is what I did with mine, is of course getting your posts, but you don't have to buy all the wood that would go in between. You can get the corrugated metal slats and put those in between. It looks good and it helps reduce the cost of the wood.
I was just going to be ghetto and put like wooden posts up and then put chicken wire up for all I care.
Well, the chicken wire, that's the thing. It's nice, but it's a pain to like unroll and get straight, and then posting it up to the posts. It's such a pain.
I know. I've helped build a chicken coop, and let me tell you, even if you paid me $1 million, I will never do that again. Oh my God.
Darn, there goes my plan.
Shut up, dark little voices. I know he's got a smart ass remark.
Don't put Phoenix will not go in the coop. Okay.
I'm not building a nest, okay? My nest is my studio. That's actually what I named my studio. It's called The Nest.
Mine's called the little corner that someone let me have. Though
Call mine the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I have a security system so you can name each room like your camera and alarms are in. So my entire house is called the Phoenix Lounge. And then I call this the studio or the nest. And my mom's like, you're crazy. What is wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. Get out of my lounge.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Look, dark little voices, you'll get in the coop and you'll like it.
I was just looking at my mom going, you're the one that raised me, so what's that say about you? Walk away.
Thank you. I say the same thing to my mom, and she's like, no, you got that from your daddy. I'm like, the hell I did.
Just to be clarified, if my mom and dad are watching, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You're amazing.
Oh, jeez.
My dad does watch my coffee streams every once in a while. And does watch my videos every once in a while. So there is a possibility that they are watching at the moment. And my love for them knows no bounds right now, and they understand why. They're awesome and amazing.
They're your parents. They should understand your sense of humor.
Yeah, especially my father. My dad gave me his. He's like, I pass on my sense of humor to you. It is not good, and it is corny, but you will get to love it.
See, I love my family because our sense of humor is very smart ass. So even if you say something that's supposed to hurt someone's feelings, we laugh at it. So that's how we are. That's why
Phoenix, your feathers are falling off.
Yeah, and they'll laugh at it. But like, you're molting. Get the hell out of the living room. Oh, God. Oh, speaking of, while it's on my mind, whore, the next time I come up, especially that way going to Sweetwater, I'm going to have to see if you're free. You're going to have to go. You will never want, you'll never want to leave that. Take a mall, or maybe your closest mall, or the biggest one you've been in, and multiply it by 10. That's how huge Sweetwater is.
So is it like a micro center size?
Pretty much. And they have a room for everything. So if you want violins, there's an entire room of just violins. Pianos. They also have professional recording booths that, like, Beyonce or, you know, one of those people, they've been there and recorded in those booths. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I'd probably get lost in the guitar section.
Yeah, it's a big room. It's huge. And pianos and the microphone room. Oh my God, they had to drag me out of there.
Mr. Phoenix, you need to leave. We're closing. But that
I
didn't
just
get to
got
look-
here.
You've been here for 5 hours.
Phoenix, it's been 18 hours.
I actually got the VIP. Me and Inner Scare, we got the VIP tour when we went because of my they're sales associates, but I call him my voiceover coach. His name is AJ because he does professional voiceover work. He actually just got a gig with Netflix. But anyway, he gave us the VIP tour. And I was like, are you joking? He's like, yeah. He's like, why not? He's like, you buy so much from me, why not? I was like, okay,
Fair.
cool. He took me up like where they work in the offices where the public's not allowed. Their associates are treated so well. They have their own medical like unit. They have a spa. They have their own barber shop. Like it's ridiculous.
Like up in the office area?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they spoil them rotten. It is insane. So if they're just not feeling good, or say if their back hurts, they can just walk in and get a back massage. It doesn't matter.
I will take care of these knots in your back for you.
So I'm moving to Kentucky, guys.
They're having a bad hair day. They're like, I'm gonna, take 30 minutes, go get my hair cut real quick. That's what they do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Guys, I know where I'm going. It's Kentucky, wherever the Sweetwater is, and I'm getting a job
Sweetwater's
there.
in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay, I'm going to Indiana,
Then.
and
Yeah, you're closer to it than I am, Hort. It took me, let's see, to get to Inner Scare, or just to get up to Indiana. It was about a 3.5 hour drive. It's not.
Oh
too
wait,
bad.
no, yeah, it's still 3.5 hours for me too.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought Fort Wayne was a lot closer for some reason.
It seems that way, but the way the highways are built, it takes
Oh,
you forever
God.
to get around it. So
Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, it's just highway.
yeah, you would think that like everything would be quick to get to. No,
No,
They're
it's
like,
not.
"This
okay.
is a
So what
straight
I'm
shot."
hearing is all of you need to meet up here because even Dark Little Voices says it's only 3 hours away.
Fort Wayne
Only
is-
3 hours? I hate driving.
Oh, Dark Little Voices. You live in the Ohio Valley? I didn't know that.
Oh. But yeah, then the Dark Little Voice is probably really close to me because I'm only about 10, 15 minutes from the border, the bridge to Cincinnati.
Oh, then you're an hour from me. That's cool. So
all
Dark
of
Little
you are
Voices-
days drives from me. Y'all suck.
Days.
Yeah, it would probably take me, what, 8, maybe 9 hours to get to you? Possibly 10?
Well, where I'm originally from, the northern states, it is a 22-hour drive.
Eesh.
So to get to her, it would probably be a day and a half.
Shay didn't answer. You're not in the Ohio Valley. It's not like I'm going to come stalk you.
We will find you. Yeah, you're not being Liam Neeson. I will find you,
I love
Bring you a
Jen.
new
and I will
coffin.
narrate with you.
Bring you a new coffin. One that you can't get out of.
One that your wife can't raise you out of.
Has anyone seen the movies Underworld?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So you remember the one werewolf, his brother's trapped in that coffin that's got the chains and stuff, and he has to let him out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I would take Shade.
You're
Well,
Well,
under-
Dark
I'm
Little
not
Voices,
sure
I
if
don't mind driving, like, if I'm going somewhere, and I'm curious, like, 42 and Phoenix, like, your thoughts on it. If I'm going somewhere,
I
max
don't-
that I like to drive is, like, maybe 4-5 hours. After that, I want to take a plane.
I don't mind driving as long as I can have some breaks, because I'm one of those people where I'm always up on my feet. So to sit for long periods, I can't stand it. Drives me insane.
Like, how often would you need? Like, if you were taking, like, a 4 to 5 hour trip?
The most I'll drive, which I've driven to Florida before, and that's roughly. I didn't quite drive the entire way, but we drove to Key West. That was a 12-hour drive. But the most I'll actually drive physically myself is in between 6 to 8 hours, and that depends on how comfortable the seat is.
Okay. So, okay. Because when you said that, I was like, what are we talking? Like, every 45 minutes, you're like, I got to get up and stretch my legs. Like, sorry, we're not riding together.
No, but whoever sits behind me, I feel bad for him because my seat goes as far back as it possibly can. Then I still have to lean the seat back just a little bit, like the upper part. So I have to put someone short behind me. Dark Low Voices says he doesn't know if he's in the Ohio Valley. The Ohio Valley consists of Kentucky, was it Kentucky, Indiana, Missouri, Ohio,
Like
and
Pennsylvania type.
yeah, and then Pennsylvania.
Apparently, half the time he's not even sure where the fuck he is. So he also says Decay has driven around Michigan. I have no idea how you guys do it. LOL. Hey, Beaky.
Hi, Beaky. September is in Michigan. I feel bad for you, brother.
Y'all
Some
are
of those
like
north-
really far from me, man. I live in mountain time.
Yeah, you do. You live more Western Canada, don't you?
Not the westest part, but yeah.
Okay.
Is everything kind of spread out where you're at? Like how we were talking, it's almost takes, excuse me, like maybe 30 minutes to almost get everywhere.
Well, okay. So yes and no. So I live in Calgary, and they've been kind of structuring the city to be like kind of where you can stay kind of in your area to live if you want, so that you have grocery stores and everything you need is kind of in that area. I actually only live a block away from a grocery store, two banks,
You're good.
like
You're
a
good.
mini like strip mall, and my doctor's there, my walking clinic that I go to, my physiotherapist is there. Like everything I need is in this one little strip mall, which is
you're
why
good.
I do not want to move.
Yeah.
I
can see
am
that,
very happy where I am.
So where I live in the city I live in Kentucky, we have a road that makes an entire circle around the city. So no matter where you have to go, you have to drive the circle. But because Louisville is the largest city in Kentucky, we are the second largest, and there's a lot more people living here now. So those fast trips I used to take to get to a store or something takes forever now. I'm like, where the hell did all these people come from? And I totally forgot everyone's moving here now. But I live close to certain things, but other things still takes me like half an hour to get to, and I'm like, ugh, this is killing me.
Oh, he has
We're
the
doing well,
baby.
Beaky.
He has the baby in his hands right now, apparently. Dark Little Voices.
We're doing well, Beaky. How are you? Oh, you're at work. I'm sorry.
No one likes work. Work, go away.
I'm technically at work. I'm just chatting with 42 in horror.
Technically, isn't YouTube your work now? Isn't this your work?
Yeah, I work from home because I work for I want to say I work for YouTube, but technically my paychecks come from Google, so I work for Google.
Which reminds me, I have to have a little talk with you after this, Phoenix. Watching
yes,
you.
ma'am.
Watching you. It's
Yes,
been a
ma'am.
crazy freaking few months. Anyways. I do not recommend doing what I'm trying to do right now without knowing what you're doing first.
Okay.
You know what I'm doing. I already told you. I'm just not willing to say it on streams or say it yet, so. I wish we could have a YouTube job some days.
It's none of y'all's business. Shh, it's secret.
Mind your own business.
Never live chat and everybody listening. Never you mind.
I'm one of those people where if I were a listener, I'd be like, I'm not listening to this shit anymore. They're not going to talk about anything. No. I feel so left out.
Oh no, I'm going to once everything's done. I'll be saying it. It's just right now I don't want to jinx it is my biggest thing. And I'm worried that as soon as I announce it, it's just gonna all fall apart. So just like, no, I'm just gonna hold on to this and cry in the corner over there. It's okay. I'll be okay. But god damn it. Someday you'll get there, Beaky.
Oh, what's the chat saying?
Beaky wants a YouTube job.
You want a YouTube job? You know what? YouTube, not to bash or anything because we're actually on YouTube. YouTube is fun to work for, but there are so many rules you have to follow. Plus, they just came out with a huge update where they are changing certain things. So, how do I say this?
I was gonna say, fill me in now. What?
Yeah. I'm trying to phrase it correctly so I don't get 42's channel in trouble. Anything that has to do with child pedophilia.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
think I could say
CP.
that. Yeah, CP. Thank you. So any stories that involve that, you can't do it anymore, or they will completely strike your channel for it because of
Oh.
all the sensitivity and all that jazz. Those of us that are monetized and all that stuff, they send you like the alerts. Like as soon as I open Studio, it's in big blue letters, and you have to hit it and read it and all that stuff.
Okay, so I gotta be more pay attention to CP stories. Got it. Not that I've done
Yeah, I was
anything
gonna say,
about
I haven't- I
CP,
don't know-
but
I don't know yet.
I do true stories, so
There
things.
is. I'm putting a video out tomorrow, that has two stories with that in there. But the way I'm gonna phrase it is either CP or I just say sexual assault, and that's allowed. Yeah, that's allowed.
Yep.
Unauthorized copulation.
Yeah. But to me, I do try to steer away from those type of stories because those type of people really piss me off, and I really wish they would get buried under the prison.
Yeah. Actually,
alone.
if they go to prison, they normally get killed. So as soon as they find out why they're in prison, they are taken care of.
Good for them. Leave the babies alone. They did
Yes,
nothing. If
exactly.
you want to, like, if you're that much into it, lock all them in one cell together. Then y'all have at it. Just ugh.
Yeah.
Leave the baby alone.
Welcome, Interscare Wifey, and the Grim Reaper says, "Sup, family, you smell." So that's why I laughed.
Hi, wifey. Hi, wifey. Hi, Graham. That's my brother in horror in New Zealand.
Yeah, some things like so I there's certain abbreviations that help when you need to talk about, like, because it's still very important to talk about certain things. Point awareness, like I did a story about human trafficking a couple last week, and the person actually was about to be abducted, not human trafficked, because there actually is a difference between them. And then I went over what the difference between the two was, because there should be awareness to certain things and knowing what you should be looking for. Not that my channel in any way, shape, or form is for kids, but even having adults understanding what things like that look like, and having kids understand that no adult should ever ask you to keep secrets. That's not something any adult should ask you to do. Like, there's just so many warning signs that kids need, but that's not, it's the parents to teach their kids what they need to be looking for. So, and thank you, Interscare Wifey, for the sticker. What does it say? Oh,
Super thanks.
The super thanks, but I missed the description.
sticker
This number
says
one fan.
Number one fan.
That's a pair. It's a pair
I'm
that's
so
dancing.
sorry, Grim. I didn't intentionally try to do an accent. I was just saying hello in a funny way. I'm sorry.
He just loves you.
He does love me. That's my brother in horror. At some point, I swear to God, I'm going to get a plane ticket and go to New Zealand. I have to go see this beautiful country he lives in.
Well, see, the reason I was just normally on the like chat box, it has like the description of it, and sometimes it's just so funny to read. That's what I wanted to read, but I missed it. So, my bad. I was in the middle of something. I had to let my train of thought go.
Look, there's that one guy named Horror on the Rocks. He said, "Hey, friends." I don't know who that is. I've never met him.
No clue.
Nerd.
I think he might have a drinking problem.
What, Graham? Will only be backstabbed once? What? I love that Interscare Wifey is here. I totally forgot. Like, she gets up early because of her smallest one. The dancer, as I nicknamed him, because I'm Phoenix Fire, I nicknamed him Little Hot Feet because he is always dancing. I actually got to meet him. He is the sweetest baby I have ever met. He's so bashful. It's so cute.
Have a good day, Beakies. Stay safe at work. Don't let
Bye, Beaky.
any customers or people or coworkers get mean to you. Stupid spacebar, lol. And welcome back, Interscare Wifey, to being an awesome friend. She just started, but I know it's a welcome back for her.
Cool.
Hasn't
I
been
hear
the same.
horror hasn't been the same since the bear for chewing gum. What?
I mean,
Horror? Explain yourself.
was it very rare chewing gum?
have no idea what he's talking about.
So I have this coworker at work, and we were making jokes that she would walk up to a grizzly bear going, "You just need a hug. You just look grumpy because you need a hug." We're like, and that's why you're not allowed in the wild woods.
Wifey, you need to set a reminder on your phone. Like, do all your memberships one day out of the month and set a reminder to be like, I need to renew my subscription to blah, 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 blah.
Mine just automatically takes it up, but I only have on YouTube one channel I'm a member to, so. And
I'm a member to Enter Scare. I'm trying to wait until Wifey's join. She was having issues with her join button or something, but I can't wait to join her squad because if y'all haven't heard, Enter Scare Wifey does some fabulous narrations. I love it.
Yes.
I think you should also be a member somewhere else.
Oh, yours? I'll think about it.
Oh, you're thinking about that's
I'll
it. I'm getting the
consider it.
vacuum. I'm getting the vacuum.
You had one chance.
Of course.
I know
I'm
your
on-
weakness.
Here. Does this make you happy? There. Oh, wait a minute. Did my card save? That is the wrong card. Hang on a second.
Hold on
I've
one
gotta
sec.
add
This
my
is the wrong
card.
card. Hold on.
It
One
is.
sec.
I'll put my card in right now. You're only 99 cents. I only charge $1 more than you do.
That's my lowest one. You get extra bonuses if you go higher.
I'm not going higher.
Okay. Then you don't get the bonuses.
But I will give you $1.
Yay, dollar. I like dollars. You also get to go on the end thingamajiggy.
That reminds me of the song off Little Rascals. I got $1. I got $1. I got $1. Hey, 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 hey. I guess no one remembers that. Oh, I was gonna say you're gonna see my name, but I totally forgot you know my real name.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think you know mine too anyway, so.
I do. Okay, there you go.
Wow,
I'm
I
a
guess I'm
member.
not friends with either of you then. I don't even know your guys' real names yet.
I'll tell you after the stream.
His isn't as unique as mine. There's a reason why I like hide mine behind like, no, you're not allowed to know it. There's only
There you go.
Thank you. Welcome to the fun. You have a coffee. It's decaf. Don't worry about it.
Say, please don't give me caffeine. I can't have it. Yes, Graham. I know you remember it because I also remember yours too. Hee hee.
42 and Silver knows mine. Yeah, I do. I do.
I know your name too. Dark Low Voices. Ha ha.
Oh, and Horror on the Rocks has a coffee too. Here you go. Here's your coffee. I made sure it has actual caffeine in it. It's what was in Phoenix's. I threw into yours.
Excellent. I could double up.
You put
I need the energy.
You put arsenic in mine. I know what's going on.
Epicac.
Oh God. Ugh. I've actually had to drink that stuff once in my life. Oh my God, that was torture. Ugh. God.
He's having a moment of just remembering it.
Flashbacks.
He's having horror flashbacks, which is great because we're horror narrators. Welcome! The bard is here. The battle phase. Okay.
Battle phase.
I
don't know who you are, but hello, I love meeting you.
It's Seraphine. It's Seraphine, the Midnight Bard. It's his new channel.
Graham, yes, we all know your name. We all told each other's names on a chat one night. You don't remember that?
It's totally Bob.
Yes,
Frank.
yes. The Grim Reaper's name is Bob. We're just gonna call him Bob.
Yep. Oh, they have more than one kind of moderator now. That's new.
Where? Oh, in the chats?
Yeah, when I went to go, I added the battle phase as a moderator, and there's two different kinds now. That's
Interesting.
Did not know that. Now the battle phase is blue.
I did not know that. You don't need to stay off the drugs, Grim Reaper. You need to put the bottle down. I know you all drink a lot, but that's fine. just try to remember what you say when you're drunk.
This is why I don't drink anymore. I don't remember what happens, but apparently I become Thor.
Oh my God, Thor!
Yeah, You remember that scene in the very first Thor movie where he threw the cup on the ground and said another? I did that before the
Another.
movie came out. My sister's exact quote is, "I used to have 4 of those really nice cups. Now I have 3." I do not remember that night at all, except for puking into the toilet and talking to my now husband over the phone, and crying. I was really drunk. That was the last time I ever drank, so. It was in my early 20s, so my liver's fine now.
I quit drinking 3 years ago, and I drink nothing but water. Like, everyone has seen my gallon, jug that I drink out of, and they're like, "Is there something wrong with you?" I'm like, "No, I just drink water." My kidneys are like, "Thank you."
Back to the same coworker about the grizzly bear. She brought this giant jug for water, and it's a long story. It wasn't for her originally. She bought it for someone else. Didn't work for them. And it is bigger than her. It's like huge. It's like someone picked up a barrel and started drinking water out of it. It's so friggin' funny. I took a picture and showed her, and she's like, "I now see why the fuck you were laughing when you saw me drinking out of it."
Congratulations, September, being sober for 13 years.
Yeah,
And
nice.
Kate says, "DK, she could share so much dirt on my drink." I bet she could. I would love to read that book.
Yes. Could she send me a copy? I have been sober for 15 seconds.
Of course.
And now it's back down to 0. And
Hey, that's progress.
Grim doesn't have blood. He bleeds. What do you drink? Bourbon, vodka, gin? What's your poison of choice? He has no blood.
I was gonna say his own blood.
My blood I used to bleed vodka. That's how much I drank. Or,
Oh,
or
jeez.
Fireball.
Shh.
He
That-
said shush. Oh,
Whiskey.
whiskey.
Yes, whiskey. I'd be
Gross.
curious
Fireball
what Grim's
is-
favorite is.
Fireball is cinnamon whiskey, isn't it?
Yeah, it is whiskey, but it's like masked with the. So one of my favorite candies are those atomic
Cinnamon.
Fireball,
Oh.
because my dad, that was his favorite, so he raised us on that, and that nasty ass gum, Big Red.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, this is tolerable, but just straight bourbon or straight whiskey, no.
He drinks it straight from his veins. I was right. Well, I mean, he is undead. He is the Reaper. I mean, the only
Yeah, he
bloody...
doesn't really have much to worry about.
No, exactly. Liver, pff, that's been gone for centuries. Kidneys, pff, that was gone for even more centuries. Don't worry about it. He doesn't need to process it anymore. He just drinks the whole blood out of his system. It's fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
He reminds me of that scene off of Casper, like the one with Christina Ricci when the uncles are in the kitchen eating all that food and it's falling to the floor. That's what it reminds me of.
And of course, your blue Seraphine. I trust you to ban me, or at least try to.
My floor loves me.
He's just like on the floor, like, I love you too, floor.
I can see his wife going, "What in the hell are you doing on the floor?"
I love the
It's
floor. It's so
cold
cold.
and cozy down
Floor is
here.
love. Floor is life.
Floor is everything.
The floor is lava.
Wait, hold on. Phoenix, where are you?
I'm in.
She's
I'm on the
okay with
floor.
it.
Oh my god. I've never blacked out on my floor. I've blacked out in a lot of places, but not the floor. I blacked out my car before.
Pooch.
After I puked in it. That was
Oh.
Hopefully it wasn't during the summer and you woke up to a sweltering car.
It was.
Oh.
I was 33, and I was telling my friends, "I'm fine, I can drive home." They're like, "No, you're not." Tried to get in my car, puked in the floorboard, passed out, half hanging out of the car. They got me up, took me to a friend's house, and when I came back to get my car the next morning during the walk of shame, I opened that door and threw up again.
Oh.
It was like 100 degrees in the car, and I'm like, I gotta drive this thing home.
Oh. Windows down.
You're driving like Jim
Shirt-
Carrey in Ace Ventura
shirt
with your
over
head
your
out the
mouth.
window.
Thank you, whore. I sure was. My head was out the window like a dog. I was like, help. Oh,
Car
all I wanted
vomit
to
is
do
apparently his favorite.
It is. I wanted to take a hose and just spray the inside of the car down.
It's fine. It'll work after this, maybe.
Grim says she's okay with it. Means I annoy her less. She's okay with it. She's okay with trying to pick you up off the floor and get you going, or does she just leave you to yourself? Yes,
Probably
inner
just that
spirit.
Let's go.
Ew, Grim.
I can't. Okay, so I can deal with like almost any bodily fluid, but not puke.
You know the one thing that sets me off is spit. I can deal with feces, urine, puke, anything else, but spitting, I don't know what it is. It makes me want to. Ugh, God.
No, when you puke, and if like whatever you were hurling goes up into like your back nasal cavity
Oh.
and like gets stuck there. Oh,
Yep. She couldn't lift me if she tried, apparently.
Oh. Dark little voice. I puked in front of some metal warehouse and then called my pillow a sexy bitch.
I can see that. You sexy bitch.
Okay, so my running joke is when I go to bed, because I make people uncomfortable, I find it funny, but I'm like, all right, now I'm going to go give my pillow some head. See y'all later. And they're like, what? It makes people uncomfortable, but it's hilarious.
It's
I'm
not
stealing
wrong.
that.
Right.
I give my pillow head every night.
I do. I give my pillow head every night.
What would
Unless
be
the
even
pillow-
better is if you had like one of those giant like waifu pillows.
Oh god. I've seen his room. He does. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't. So I don't have a clue.
I once ordered $69.69 worth of pizza for the Jesus. That would feed me for like 3 weeks.
Remember, he lives in a different country. Money is different there.
Oh, that is true. I forgot what $69 in American money is in New Zealand.
I couldn't even bat it myself.
Of course, everything I say is in my deep voice, of course.
What went through my head is my dog sometimes gives my pillow head too.
Oh, so when I met Interscare Wifey's kids, because they're so fascinated, I think she said something to the point of her kids were like, "Who's the deep voice guy on the TV, mommy?" or something like that. So when I met them in person, I was like, "Hey guys, I'm Phoenix." And they're like,
Deep voice.
He is real.
"He's real." And their middle child was so fascinated with me all day. He was like, "Phoenix, Phoenix, Phoenix." He was just asking me questions, I think, to hear me talk. And then when I said something else lower, he was like, "Whoa, your voice really does go deep." I was like, "Oh my God, I love it."
Now here's the
And
best
then-
part. Try not to do deep voice. Hey, alternate night.
Here you go. I can't. My voice is just deep. And then her oldest wanted my autograph. I was like, "Oh, I'm not that famous, but thank you."
Autograph doesn't mean you're not famous. Autograph just means that's what they want. They were talking about your voice after. It was a
Yes,
finesse.
Yes, it was. But it's so funny. Hello, alternative night. It's just so funny when I met him in person. They're like, "Oh, he's real." I'll never forget that as long as I
Like
live.
that M&M commercial. He does exist.
Yeah, they looked at Interscope. They were
They
like,
do
"Dad,
exist.
Dad, this is Phoenix. This is him." And I'm like, "Were you expecting someone else?" And they're like, "He's real." It's just, I'll never forget it.
Well, I mean, you don't look like you have a deep voice.
Right. Everyone says that. They think I've got like some high pitched voice, but no.
You sound like you should have a girly voice.
Oh,
I'm
well,
just
thanks.
kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think that,
You
really.
should sound like a weeb.
You should be a weeb.
I started doing lives because people started accusing me because I was backlashing against people using AI to write their stories or voices on their freaking YouTube videos. So when I was doing my live, it was just like, now I'm not an AI. This is really my voice. And a lot of
I
people,
am not an AI.
Right.
This
The
is
haters.
my true voice.
Yeah. And it
Don't
was nothing but
worry.
the haters shut up, and I haven't heard from them since.
The funny part enough, though, is with enough work, you could still make that work. Unless...
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope you get some good rest, alternative night.
Take care. Have a good night's sleep. Dream
Enjoy
of
Slumberland.
fighting those dragons. I don't know what knights do.
What do you mean? alternative night? What AI voice? Oh, mine just cracked.
Oh,
I-
exposed.
Never mind.
I do not know what you mean by AI voice.
I don't know what you mean by AI voice. You have to do the inflections. I don't know why it is that they think all humans strictly speak in inflections. It's so weird.
Well, because they're like combining a bunch of things, and we do like put inflections into things we say, but not like AI
Yeah.
voice.
Well, especially if they're modeling it off of like a Valley Girl with a bunch of upwards inflections. Like everything is a
Right.
question.
I don't
Mall
understand what you're
and
talking about. Like,
Right.
I went to the mall, and it was like super
You went to the
busy,
wet-
and the
like-
cute boys weren't even looking at me.
I couldn't buy the shoes that I wanted.
They
oh my
didn't
god.
have
Orange
the
Julius was
size
so
for
good.
Speaking of AIs, I have an AI write a story just to see what it could do, and not only didn't finish the story, but it told me it loves me.
You know what? Okay, I will admit this. Of course, when ChatGPT was like, "Hey, you gotta try this," oh, I was all over YouTube. I was like, "Fine, freak it." So I went to the website and I had it write a story. The story was actually pretty decent. The only thing I didn't like was the verbiage it was using. Like, it didn't make any sense. It was trying to tell it from like a third, maybe fourth person perspective, if that makes sense. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense, but the story was good.
It can make decent stories, but it almost never finishes them. Like it
Yeah.
always it abruptly kind of finishes them.
Yeah,
And
well,
then the world exploded. It's a great way of
Yeah.
expanding the story's down right there. Right there.
Now, what is bothering me and the reason I'm backlashed is because, of course, like you all and like everyone else, I love Reddit. I'm addicted to Reddit. But it really pisses me off that now some of these very, very, very talented authors are starting to use AI, and you can clearly see that it's an AI story. It's like, why would you do that to your reputation? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Please
I
use your
could
talent.
see like going and write it in like Skinwalker in a small town or something, and just kind of see where the AI writes something and goes, okay, I got an idea now. Like just using it as an AI, like an idea point, and trying to see where it goes, and then completely going off from there, but not
Yes.
posting it.
Yes. Now, if you have writer's block and you need to get like a jump start on something, sure, let AI write you like the first sentence or two and then finish the story yourself. Don't make the entire story AI. Or I've always said, if you're mute and can't speak or anything of the sort, especially a narrator, if you make your videos AI, that's absolutely fine because you don't have control over that. You can't speak. But some of these videos that I know people narrate and then your next video is all AI, are you joking? No.
Interscare wife, we also need to get back to the lab on the idea that I sent you.
I
I
don't.
don't know how to use AI for writing, but I could see it helpful maybe for a letter of resignation or something. That'd be funny. That would be a jarbled mess leaving the boss.
I did. Someone did it, and it was actually pretty good. She's like, write me a professional email saying that I do not want to be there for another month, because I don't want to be poor anymore. And it's like, and it was really good until it's like, yeah, I can't be poor anymore.
Well, a helpful tip for using Chat GPT is because I'm sure that you guys have seen where you find a good story, but the grammar and punctuation is not very good. If you
Yeah.
throw it into there and say, "Hey, fix this," or add grammar and punctuation, it does a really good job of it.
I will have to keep that in
Graham,
mind.
I agree. AI cliffhangers are the best, but his last comment has me cracking up. Graham cannot come to work as he is dead.
Side DOC. It just get used to it.
Enters-
Me. I love knowing.
Shame on you.
How did
Interscare.
you catch him?
I bet wifey was like, I'm not talking to you for the whole day. I'm going out.
And then leaving the kids behind. Bye.
Actually, Inner Scare wouldn't care.
Aw.
He loves taking care of the kids. He's a
Did he,
great
did he feel
father.
guilty? He's like, that love note I wrote you.
He
Wasn't
snitched
me.
on himself.
He did
Talk
stitch
about
on
digging
himself.
the- Talk about digging the hole even deeper there.
Hold on, I have. Why do you have the shovel in your hand? Hold on, I have to dig my own hole.
Give him another shovel there and scare wifey.
It was too sweet. I was like, nah.
No, oh no, I can't
This
imagine.
can't be you.
What that love note said in her scare wifey.
Dearest wife that I love so dearly, may you be so inclined to go for dinner. I don't know, my brain's not
He
working.
said it was way too sweet. I was like, nah.
That'd be an interesting, like, true crime type of story. Like, wife murders husband because she finds out that he uses AI to
For
write
his
all those
clothes.
love letters to her.
I love couples that know each other so much they can read each other's notes and be like, that bitch didn't write this. No. Wait till they get home. No.
Hold on. Did you just put love note to wife into a prompt and this is what you sent me? You mother Hubbard. I'm going to where's the wooden spoon?
Did you just Mad Labs me a love note?
Right. Oh God, what's gonna be worse is when we actually have robots in our home, and then you get home from a long day's work and be like, "I cooked you dinner." It's like, the hell you did. The robot is messy. Look at it. Got spaghetti sauce all over him. No, you didn't make this shit.
So funny enough, I'm actually cooking all the dinners now, and it's so I live with there's 5 of us in the house. We have roommates, and it's just like I'm like, okay, I made everyone dinner. I feel like the wife of the house. I made you all dinner.
And her scare wife, he wanted taco macaroni for dinner. Oh my God, yes, that's a dead giveaway. What the hell is a
Taco
taco
macaroni.
macaroni? That sounds like something a 3-year-old wants.
I mean,
I would want that every day.
it sounds pretty interesting. I would like to try it once.
Oh, it's so good.
Now, if it's
I'm
a
guessing that they would make it. They make it the same. It's just mac and cheese with like taco
If
meat.
it's a chicky nuggies, yes.
Chicken nuggies.
I don't care how old you are. Everyone wants chicky nuggies.
Fair, except for Lace Picaria because she's on a diet and she's not allowed to have them anymore.
Oh, well, I'm glad she's gone because that would probably be a trigger word for her.
Oh, completely. She loves chicken nuggies. She loves
No,
nuggies.
she's dieting. She would be like, "I'll kill you. I'm on a diet. Stop talking about it."
Don't talk about the food I'm not allowed to eat anymore. And the funny part is, so I was getting everything ready for the stream, grabbing my tea and making my cereal and all that stuff, and my husband's like, I want breakfast. I'm like, okay, we'll make breakfast. We have stuff for breakfast. He's like, I don't want to make it. And I looked him dead in the eye. I'm like, I'm not a good Christian little wife. I ain't making you food. I gotta go do my job. Bye. I got 2 jobs. I'm a modern wife. Deal with it.
I have a question for you all and the chat. Does it piss you off if you have a partner that doesn't know how to cook?
Oh, see, I went specifically for a guy that doesn't cook.
That did or doesn't?
Did. Oh, he knows
Did.
how to cook. Oh, yeah. It's just I'm home
What
before
about-
him.
What about you, or?
Are you saying like in general?
Yeah,
There are
Like
people who...
not at all. Like they can't even make toast?
like they burn water.
I would be upset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like I could see like if you're just not, that's not your department, but I would at least want you to be able to cook 1 or 2 things, or know how to cook 1 or 2 things.
It makes me upset, but I also, like, I've been with partners that didn't know how to cook, and I'm like, that's no excuse. You're gonna learn right now. Get over here. I'll teach you.
I didn't know they existed until
Yo.
I met King of the Canadian Hill. He literally doesn't even know how to turn his stove on. He lives in Toronto, so he just like goes out and gets food all the time. And I'm like, you don't know how to cook anything? He's like, no, I know how to use the microwave and heat food up. I'm like, you don't know how to... in this modern day and age, how do you not know how to cook?
YouTube can show you everything.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, I know. Excuse me, my
And yes,
voice
I
keeps
get
cracking.
pissed off when I have a partner who doesn't cook for 15 years.
Oh,
Hey, Grim.
Dexter's, are you joking? 15 years. Oh,
I'm like,
I
okay,
like that
here's a
name.
knife. So,
What did
and here's a
Grim say?
cutting board. and you take
I'm
the
a chef
vegetables.
in the code, so I don't really care. Oh, that's sweet, Grim. Um, I don't know. I know how to cook, but then I discovered the air fryer. So
Oh, that okay. Well, that's still cooking, because you gotta at least throw seasoning and stuff in there, and
yeah, that's true too. Interscore
yeah, I love air fry everything, and
Oh my
ninja
gosh.
foodie everything.
I know,
We
air
have nothing
fryer.
but quesadillas if he did the cooking. Well, that's fine. Please, next time I come
Oh,
up, Interscore,
freak! I
we're
should
doing
have.
quesadillas.
I made the first time ever making quesadillas yesterday. I wish I had him here to make the quesadillas for me.
Oh, Dexter said, yeah, 15 years. That number is no longer climbing.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Fair. That number is stuck at 15 forevermore.
I love it.
That number is forever.
You're gonna know how to. I'm gonna teach you right now. Which I have a funny story. So, I learned how to cook.
Macaroni quesadillas.
And my memo, my dad's mom, that's what I call her, memo, shut up in her Grim, because he finds words other than grandma or grandpa like our nicknames. I have one Memo and the other's Nana, and he was like, "Are you speaking hillbilly?" And I'm like, "No,
It's that Kentucky thing."
I guess so." But anyway, Memo's no longer with us. But anyway, so when I learned how to cook, she was cooking pancakes. I was like, "Ooh, I want to do it." She's like, "Okay, here you go. Show me what you can do." I filled that entire black skillet full of batter and made the largest pancake you have ever seen in your life. And she was like, "Oh, good job. Now you're going to eat every bit of it." I was like, "Okay." I took 3 bites and it was full. She's like, "Oh, no, you're not getting up from this table till you finish it." I could not eat pancakes for like 2 years after that.
Oh, no, you don't do that.
Yeah, no.
You don't do that to kids. Kids' eyes are definitely bigger than their stomachs. 100%. They don't understand.
I mean, she wanted to, she was happy I was learning how to cook, but I didn't realize that pancakes were not supposed to be bigger than the plate they're served on.
Yeah, I mean, that's a kid thing, right? That's how you learn things. You make mistakes, and you've learned to, like, okay, next time if I make a pancake, don't make it bigger than my head. Got it. But
The bad thing is, though, she wouldn't let me put enough syrup. She's like, "Oh no, you're gonna eat the pancake. You can have some syrup, but you're not gonna drown it in syrup. No."
oh, geez, I'm not very good without the syrup.
Well, she was teaching me a lesson, so I get it. Macaroni quesadillas. We're
Yeah.
having those next time I come up in her scare wifey.
And apparently,
Wait, what is that exactly?
we don't know, but they'll figure it out.
It sounds very cheesy, and it sounds very, very much like Phoenix needs that in his belly. We're having that. I'll eat it with the kid.
Sounds like Phoenix and I have the same palate.
Yep. Cheese.
And more cheese.
Pretty much. Cheese, meat.
I always, at any given moment in time, at least have 2 blocks of sharp cheddar cheese in my fridge at all times.
Macaroni in it.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought, but
Macaroni in a tortilla. Yeah.
interesting.
I'll sit with the kids and eat it. I don't care. Interscore wifey, you have what you want. I want macaroni in a tortilla. I'll play with my Roadcaster Duo and eat macaroni in a tortilla. I'll be happy.
That
Yeah.
thing just seems so cool.
See, my palate is very different. I can't eat the same thing every day. I literally went and found an app that I can choose different meals so I could actually have variety in my life, because I was so bored. We had spaghetti this week. We had spaghetti next week. We had spaghetti the week after. I'm like, I don't want spaghetti anymore. I used to love spaghetti. It's just like, I don't want it. I want something different with some flavors.
Same. I have to eat it, and then I can't have spaghetti for at least like a few months after, because it's like, ugh.
Yeah, same. I got to be in the mood for it, and then it's only every now and then.
Now, meatballs, I'll make homemade meatballs. I can eat those every day. Those are good.
If I'm not feeling well or whatever, I can eat a spaghetti. But for me, spaghetti isn't what most people think, where it's just like noodles and sauce and some meat. No, you have to have carrots, celery, peppers, mushrooms, onions, garlic. All that has to be in the sauce, and lots of it. Like, the vegetables have to almost outnumber the sauce.
I've never. What is this?
Never heard of that.
Yes, I've never heard of that.
The spaghetti.
That sounds more like a casserole more
Yeah,
than
almost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I grew up. That's the spaghetti I know. I can't order spaghetti from restaurants because it's never right to me. It's the right spaghetti.
Where's the carrots?
Where's the carrots? Where's the celery? Where's the onions? Where's the mushrooms? Where's everything that should be in this? This is just sauce and meat. What abomination are you handing me? And they're like,
You turn into Gordon Ramsay and you're like, it's wrong.
it's wrong. It's like,
And you throw it across the plate.
it's wrong. It's not right. Remake it. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, woman? I want vegetables.
You go back. You go to the back kitchen. And you're like, shut it down.
Shut it down. You're doing everything wrong. Dumb fact.
Dumb fact. Kansas is flatter than a pancake. You know what else I found out? Indiana is flat. I just got back from there. It is so. I was looking around and I was like, where did the hills go? I was like, oh, it must be a Kentucky thing.
Did you notice how bad their roads are too?
Actually, I didn't experience too many bad roads in Indiana, at least where I was.
Okay,
Now,
so
I
not
will say
Saskatchewan.
this, where I was, which I won't give away, but where I was, I have never seen an actual Amish community in my life. There were horse and buggies everywhere. And true fact, I'm still shaking. I almost hit one driving home because it was pitch black and they only have two little teeny blinking lights on the back of their car. It scared the shit out of me.
That's so weird for you to say because we have them here in Kentucky all over.
I've only seen a couple, but I live in one of our major cities, so I'm just like, but Indiana, no, they're everywhere. And I was like, this is cool, but scary at the same time. And they're all turning around and they're looking at you in your cars like, you despicable people. And I was just like, oh my God.
Have fun in your space ride, spaceman.
We don't have the Amish here. They still use technology, so they drive cars and stuff, but they live on farms, but they still use modern tech, but they are very
Mennonites?
Yes, that's what we have here.
And her scare wifey says, oh yes, for Indiana, nothing but fields and flat sadness.
We're all on the same page. Sinners!
It was also kind of rainy that day too, so it was like,
oh, it makes it even worse. Yeah.
All flat. You've got all these people in horse and buggies staring at you. Like it was raining, like pouring rain at one point, and they just popped up umbrellas like it's normal. I'm like, what the hell? It's whatever.
It's okay. You English are so weird. That's what they call us, English.
Oh well. I find it unique. I find the Amish community very unique, and I've always said, I would fit in because I'm a DIYer, and they literally make everything they have, which I find pretty cool. But driving around someone in a horse and buggy, being that the roads were so small because they're, 2 lanes, one on one side and one on the other, was scary because I really thought I was going to hit one of them.
It's okay.
It freaks me out.
They make good pie, apparently.
Yes. I've actually had Amish food. It's delicious. Oh my God.
Their furniture is really good too.
Yeah. Well, their food's delicious, but for me, it needs seasoning. I'm half African American, and you know us. We put seasoning in everything.
Here's my question. How do you feel about a big bushy beard?
No, gross. Don't like it.
They can't be an Amish. You have to have a beard. It's part of the rules.
Yes, I know, because without the beard, it makes you look too feminine, blah, 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 blah. I remember all the rules.
Should just hit them. More souls for Grim to collect. Grim's job. I just need more souls. Thank you.
Interscare has that big bush. Not as big as some of those Amish people.
Oh, the Amish are really huge. And they're allowed to trim, but they're not allowed to cut it off. Except if they've done something really wrong, I think they cut it off or something. I think.
Yeah, as punishment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's actually supposed to bring them shame from the family, from people around them, and shame from the Lord, I think is how that goes.
Yeah, see, I'm not big on that kind of stuff where people tell you what you can and can't do all the time.
Amish lore.
Well, I say I could be part of them for the DIY factor. I don't like the closed-mindedness of the community.
Or the clothes.
What do you mean I can't have my roadcaster?
Right. I mean,
Fair. What do you mean I can't have a roadcaster and have the internet hooked up where I talk to people and tell them sweet,
running
sweet
late
stories?
for work, and you want me to take a horse and buggy? Well, shit, I
Churn
might as well-
butter? I'm about to churn these narrations.
You gotta have to re-record some of my bits in my audio. Interface broke, so it might be a while. Ooh, I hate when that happens.
Hey, they at least use cell phones, so I'm good there.
Some of them do. Yeah, it depends. There's more than one Amish sect. Some are more controlling than others. So.
That's true. But horse and buggy, I mean, that's cool for like scenic routes, but no, if I'm in like late for somewhere, I mean, just imagine.
Come
having
on,
to be
horse,
at the
move
dock-
faster!
Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning, and you have to hop the horse and buggy at like 5 just to get there, depending on how close it is. No.
Yep, and then they gotta poop and eat.
True.
You can't just put
Exist.
the gas into their butts to
I'm gonna
make
be
them go.
late. My horse has diarrhea. I'm gonna be an hour late. Sorry.
And I might stink. Because you're on the back end of the exhaust.
That's not supposed to be funny. I feel like I'm laughing at them, but it reminds me of the commercial that ran for the Christmas season. It was a Budweiser commercial, and the lady's holding a candle because she's really cold. One of the horses fart and like blows her hair back. She's all burnt. They were like, "Told you not to hold that candle," and it was a commercial for Budweiser. It was hilarious. Oh, I'm sorry,
Sure.
Dexter. Hopefully that'll get fixed soon. What? Did I miss something?
He had a recording problem.
Oh, that sucks.
We will send you narration good vibes.
Yes. May the gods be in your favor.
May the mic work in your favor. May its technical issues resolve itself. May the ghost in the machine leave you alone. That's what I call when you can't figure out why something went
That
wrong.
they won't hear you laughing. They don't use technology. What?
He was saying when you were making, giving them the business.
You were joking about them. They're not gonna hear us. They don't pay attention. They're not on the line. At least not the ones that are still in. Maybe an ex-Amish might and probably will laugh with you.
What do you call in the Amish community a man with his arm up a horse's butt?
Oh.
A mechanic.
Yes, I
Oh. Golly. That's disgusting.
Did you guys ever watch the Family Guy episode where the guy had a Mustang horse and he was trying to figure out how to put gas in it?
Yes.
Let me
Yeah.
guess. It wasn't Peter.
Yes, of course it was Peter.
Yeah.
And you see him lift the tail, the horse's eyes go wide. So, you know.
Oh my God, one of my dying wishes for my bucket list is to meet Seth MacFarlane. I love that guy.
I have no words. Sorry, I turned
One of my
afterwards.
favorite things from him is nothing. It isn't even anything that he did on his shows. It was a skit that he did for SNL with puppets.
Oh god.
Oh God.
And the whole premise is him like teaching a class, like, hey, here's how you use your puppet, here's how you do voices, and I cannot remember his name right now. He's one of the more popular guys. His whole bit about his character was he was using his puppet to do flashbacks for his time in the war.
Oh God. Jeez.
So instead of like doing like silly voices like my nose is itchy, he was like, word came down from top brass, make it disappear.
Oh, there's inner scare. Oh geez. I heard I was being roasted and now my feelings are really hurt. You don't have feelings, inner scare. You're smart ass like me. Come on, man.
How are you
Inner scare,
roasting?
you can ask ChatGPT about it. Maybe they can help you.
Maybe they can write you a love letter to yourself.
We'll
And
write
it
you-
wasn't your scare wifey that was roasting you. This is true. You are able to get mad at the roaster very easily.
Hey, wifey, it's time for you to write an apology letter using ChatGPT.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it will become very. That's fair. I am a psychopath.
He's a sociopathic
That
void,
void.
yes. See, that's why when I met Inner Scare, like when I call everyone brother just because I just believe everyone should just be brother or sister, get along, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Interscare, as soon as I met him, I was like, I love this guy. He's such a smart ass. We had almost the same sense of humor, and we just clicked right away. It was so cool. An AI apology, correct? Yeah, I mean, he wrote her a love note with one, so she can write an apology letter.
Yeah, this would work. Make sure you have the macaroni in it. I will never use Chat GPT to write my stories, but to write a love text, that's a different story. I see what you did there.
Okay, so here's the plan, Interscare Wifey. Make him his favorite tortillas. Don't put anything in it. Just make it just straight tortilla. Don't put nothing. Just flatbread, and put the apology letter using ChatGPT right on top of it. I'm sorry I made fun of you. I love you. Here's your favorite meal. And it's just bread. The ultimate revenge.
No, bread with like one like shred of cheese in it. Just
burn
one.
the macaroni. Burn the macaroni. Yeah, a single noodle. There you go.
A single noodle with a single piece of cheese, and that's it. That's all it's in it.
Put it on the very end, the way it falls out, and
no, use the noodles to make a frowny face in the middle of it.
But hey, what she forgot to tell you is that it's not just mac and cheese. You're making those then when I come up to get my duo. I hope you heard that part, Interscare. You're making those. We're not going to go out to eat. We are eating those.
Apparently, Dexter uses GP to set up his next experiments.
Oh.
Interscare, you and I believe, share a deep love for the mac and cheese. I'm right there with you.
You have no idea, horror. Meeting Interscare in person, he's not the person he is online. He's so laid back and so cool. Like, it is so stupid how laid back he is. It's awesome. I'm cool with that. They're actually super easy to make and so good. Well, you know me, I'm a fat kid at heart, so you're going to have to make me like 12.
Make it 13 and send one to Canada. It'll hold.
There you go.
It'll hold. Trust me.
The Grim Reaper says, dare. Oh, jeez. This has been one fun
Live stream.
Yes. Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
His stomach's hurting. He's been laughing too much.
Yes. My stomach and my face hurt. Oh, my God.
Cat's walking up like, why are you laughing so much, Dad? Do I need to whack it out of you?
You use real butter. You're speaking my language. Oh, jeez. Now he's making me, damn you. Now I'm going to have to get off the stream. I'm going to have to go to the store. I'm going to have to go get these ingredients and try to make them myself.
I remember to send one to
person
Canada.
today because of you.
Do what?
I'm going to have to person because of you today. That's what.
Oh. And I'm actually trying to lose 10 pounds. I'm not a big guy or anything. I'm just trying to lose 10 pounds because some of my jeans from last year don't fit. Ever since I started working from home.
See, this is why AI can't figure out how we talk, because you were just like, blah, blah, fit. Just like...
Right. Like,
computer's like, why did fit get that lower? Humans completely get... AI's like, I don't understand. Why?
Okay, so I always put a disclaimer. I used to voice it, and everyone's like, will you shut up with that? Just make it a slide. I was like, okay, cool. So I would like to try to see someone try to steal my voice because I go up and out. Can you hear the AI trying to replicate me? Once upon a time, there was a little girl going through the... I mean, it's just like, no, that's not my voice. You tried, but you failed.
I think I do mine pretty monotone. I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's not like I listen to myself every day or something.
Well, it was funny because, as I said, I had that incident that I'm pretty sure everyone knows about where those two channels stole my voice.
Yes.
And they used my voice, but they used it real low. I was like, dude, come on. Seriously? You don't... I know my voice, and just by lowering it a few decibels, it's not going to pass. It's not going to work.
We'll just move it like 2 decimals.
No, he made it like 6. Like, I sounded like Darth Vader or something. Like, I don't know. And you're scared. All you do is Velveeta shells and cheese. Fry up some crunchy bacon. Get a flour tortilla. Melt some butter. Okay, Inner Scare. That's a whole recipe that you should start on your channel. Cooking with Inner Scare.
Grim says none of his jeans from last week fit anymore, and Interscare Wifey says she can relate to Grim.
Yeah, that's why I just wear ball shorts and sweatpants. They always fit.
I actually bought some new pairs of jeans, and they all fit really nicely this time. I'm quite happy. I was shocked. I go
I can
just
only buy my jeans from American Eagle because they're stretchy. Now,
Yes.
now it's
Oh.
accessible. Now it's
Yes.
okay. So here's the thing. That's all female jeans. All of them have spandex in them and make them stretchy. For some reason, guys don't, but we don't get pockets.
Oh no! Now it's
We
acceptable.
we have over the last few years finally.
Yeah,
Like
now
I don't
it's
think any
acceptable.
store sells regular jeans.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I actually have to film a food segment today for my next sponsor video. Make your quesadillas and then mail me some.
Promise, they'll hold. You have to say that, otherwise they won't hold. You know the
Yeah, there you go.
rules, Phoenix. Phoenix, the
Okay,
rules.
so here's what blows my mind. Why don't they put pockets on women's jeans? Are they being sexist in the fact that they think that just because you all carry a purse that you don't need pockets?
Because if you put something in your pocket, then you're not streamlined and you don't look as good. Like they keep the back pockets, but they don't keep the front pockets. So literally, as I'm looking through jeans, my hands go into the pockets to make sure they actually exist. My least favorite thing is when the pockets are there, but they sewed them close.
Yeah, I've seen that, and that's bullcrap because here I've seen women stuff their pockets full of
Same.
stuff, and I can see the curvature of their body. Not like I'm hounding after them or something, but I'm like I can still see her curves, nice booty and everything. But
So I buy all my clothes. I buy all my jeans secondhand because my job's so physical. I go through jeans too quickly to pay firsthand for them, and I actually like the first thing I do is I go in and I double check the pockets if I like the jeans. Every single pair I tried this time, they were all females, and they all had pockets, and I was very pleasantly surprised. I was like,
she did backflips. I bet you
are
were
they
like,
listening and actually realizing women might work and actually need the gosh darn pockets? Because I do.
yes, and they're scared. They sure do, and I don't understand that. They sew the pockets on men's suits and tuxedos closed. It's so stupid.
Yep, they do the same thing with the females.
And you either actually have to break the seal or ask them to leave it open so you can put your
Everything in there?
No, the little handkerchief thingy that sticks up.
Oh, that one. Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so stupid. Like, why even give the appearance of a pocket if it's not usable? That's so stupid to me.
Because it's just
not
looks.
fashion.
It's looks. It's doesn't make sense at all. It's stupid, and they're starting to go back and realize people want this. I don't actually have a purse. I never use a purse. I carry my wallet in my hand, and all my pockets are covered. Have my keys in them, my everything else.
You carry your wallet in your hand?
Well, my wallet's too big. I've got like this. I have people
You
go.
have like the billfold.
Well, I've actually had people go, "Why are you carrying a Bible?" It looks like a book. It's a Harry Potter wallet from, like, I can't even get them anymore, but it's like really nice and big. It's easy to get the cards in and out. You can hold a lot of cards. That's where I need all that. I don't need everything else, and it's got a nice strap on it. I had someone actually go, "Why are you carrying a Bible?" I'm like, "It says spell book on it."
I went through a phase where I carried a billfold, but I was like, I can't stand walking around with stuff in my hand. So I put it in my back pocket, and by the time I was done with it, it looked like a C. So I was like, forget it. So then I did the European thing and actually got like an actual bag, and everyone made fun of me. They're like, why are you carrying a purse? I'm like, it's not a freaking purse. You do know it's acceptable for men to actually carry a bag. Yeah, a satchel.
Yeah.
And the way I carried it was kind of low, so it kind of set either against my hip or something. And the only reason I did that is because I was visiting New York City, and
Yep.
yeah, that looks cool. But anyway, I was visiting New York City, and I wanted it close. That way I could feel if somebody was touching my bag. So that's the reason I did it. What'd you say, Scare? I think they sew them closed so they don't get stretched out or wrinkled before. Oh, okay. That makes sense. They expect you to break it up. Okay, cool.
42 doesn't look like that.
No, hold on. I'll take an actual picture of it. I have it right next to me, to be honest.
That looks like a man's wallet, what you just sent for.
Apparently that thing is like a mini, kind of like a book.
So my dad likes the trifold wallets, and
Ooh.
and he keeps every receipt, piece of paper,
no.
note. It's at one point when he sits down, he looks like he's sitting at an angle
I
because
was gonna
it's
say
all
his
like
back must
so-
be messed up.
My dad used to
Mhm.
have one of those too, and he got rid of it.
I now use one of those slim wallets with like the clip on the outside for money, and then you could put like a few cards. I want mine as thin as possible. Like, receipts, I only keep them for like 3 days. If I don't need them, I throw them out. My dad collects everything.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome for you too. I would
That-
want that. I'll use that, but I'd want it in black.
They did have one in black, but it wasn't Harry Potter. It was Cardcaptor Sakura.
September says my wallet is made out of duct tape. I've seen those, and those are cool.
Yeah, I can't get this anymore. It was from the website Think Geek that no longer exists. So this is the second.
On.
Yeah, it's been
I
gone
like
for a
how
while.
it looks though. The worn like look and everything. That looks cool.
It is worn now because I have been using it for like 3 years. But it did always kind of have that more like old world look to it because again, it's Harry Potter. So, yeah, no, I fell in love with it. I cannot find a replacement for this. I do not know how to look it up to find something even close to it. So it's been like me holding on to this poor wallet for dear life because I'm like I like it so much. But yeah, that's why people think that it's a Bible because it kind of
I
has an
try
old
not to get receipts, but normally I have them emailed to me. But if the store doesn't have the email option, unfortunately I have to take the receipt. I'm normally not a receipt person, but if I'm buying something brand new and never used it, I do want the receipt just in case.
Exactly.
Certain like mostly electronics, I will keep the receipt for just in case.
Yes, definitely my electronics. I have a receipt for every last one of them.
I keep his receipts. Yeah, that sounds right. It depends what I'm buying. Like, if it's a bigger purchase where I might return it or it might be defective, I'll keep it. But if I go like to the dollar store, they have a no return policy.
no.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Even groceries, all I do, because I buy mine online, I keep the receipt and go through and make sure I got everything, and then that goes in the garbage.
I normally keep my receipts from the grocery store in case like I pick up the wrong item. That way I can take it in and be like, hey, bought the wrong thing. I'm swapping it out. And normally like here, they're like, just go get it. We don't care.
Yeah.
But I do it sometimes anyway because certain people are assholes and they're like, you gotta repay for it. I'm like, this is so stupid. It costs the same amount. Why do you have to return it, give me the money, and then me give it right back to you for the product?
Normally when it was something like that where I have to do it for inventory purposes, I would do it where I would hold on to the cash temporarily and then change it out. I'm like, okay, you're good. Here's your receipt to prove that it was changed out for you. But that was back when I worked at a hardware store. Because that would happen. Sometimes
I'm that old guy that keeps all my receipts. I bet you have like shoe boxes full of them in September.
And they're marked with Dragon's receipt hoard number 1, Dragon hoard receipt number 2.
Back when I had a fireplace in one of my places I lived in, I would keep like all that stuff because it's good like fire
Kindle.
starter stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when I lived on the farm, we had like a fire every night. Me and my partner had built like a whole fire pit area. We kept every piece of paper, every piece of anything, shoe boxes, anything you could think of.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then now I live in this house and I'm just like, no, if I don't need it, it goes in the garbage. My mom's like, where's all your stuff? I'm like, Mom, I'm a minimalist. You can't take it to the grave with you. Why do you need to hoard everything? No.
Oh, because I am Egyptian this shit. I am taking it with me. And I'm also going to have 2 servants sacrificed with it.
Bury me with my MacBook and my SM7B, please, because who knows? I've got some stories from the grave.
Oh, you just hear this is Phoenix Fire from the grave.
Here's a good zombie story for you.
It might be true, too.
Oh, September keeps them in a filing cabinet. You're so sophisticated.
And the filing cabinet, Dragon horde number 1.
The
Dragon
only
horde.
thing in my filing cabinet are my taxes and special doctor documents that are medical documents that I have to keep.
Mhm.
That's
Mine's a
it.
dog. I'm just kidding. I don't know if you've seen the dogs in like filing cabinets.
Right?
This one's filed under cuteness. The cat's filed under do not touch.
That's where I should put my cats. Like when they're like my kitten, who's in that new phase of like, ooh, I want to scratch the couch.
Oh
I
God,
should
and
just
everything.
like stick her in the filing cabinet as punishment. No, ma'am.
We do the spray bottle. We count. We're like, stop. 1,
Oh, it doesn't.
2.
It doesn't phase her. She likes water.
Oh
It didn't
no,
phase her.
this cat hates it. So she's like, I'm wet now. My least favorite thing is so she likes to go on the counter while I'm cooking, and like,
Oh no. Ugh. No.
so she'll like, but she wants to go watch the birds. So she'll like get on the counter and then go watch the birds. So she's not like really near me. But there's like water all over the counter. I'm like, do not go up there, Suki. Do not. She gets up there and her paws are like, heh, heh, and it jumps down. I'm like, I told you not to go up here. I'm cooking.
Now, my older cat has this habit that drives me insane. So, you know, cats hate still water. They don't trust it. It smells weird. She'll stick her paw. I'll fill that bowl full. That way they have fresh water. I change it out 3 times a day. She has to put her paw in every single time and splash half the water. It's all over everything. She'll get a couple drinks of water and then she climbs up on me to get love and she'll like fling her paws and fling water all over me. I'm like, okay, I've accepted it now. It is what it is.
Why don't you get one a fountain that keeps moving?
She still does it then.
Oh.
I don't know what it is, but instead of calling it her water bowl, I call it her foot bath every time I put it down. I'm like, here, Khaleesi, here's your new foot bath. Here you go.
We've had this since, because we had the dog way before we had the cat. And funny enough, the fountain is actually a cat fountain. But so we have this one in our bedroom that is pretty much still water for when Lulu is thirsty in the middle of the night. The cat walks up to it and just like this, and she'll drink from it perfectly fine. Doesn't care. But it's really funny with the big, because she used to be too small for the cat fountain because she was so little, and she still is little. She gets up on the corner and has to be like on the opposite corner, and then she drinks. It doesn't taste right if she doesn't do that. And it's really funny to watch her do it. You're just like, why?
My little kitten doesn't do that. She'll see the water bowl and to discover that there's water, she sticks her whole face in there. She's like, oh, there's water in there. And then she'll get a drink and then she's like, oh my God, I'm wet.
Well, how did this happen?
Right.
Jeez.
It's so hilarious. And she's actually a long-haired cat. So I'm like, oh, you're wet. So I have to dry her off. And, ugh, it's a whole ordeal.
Oh, the poor cat.
And then
We
I have
just
to brush her out and all this other mess. Ugh.
You were gonna say?
We just recently got another new dog. It's a pit bull, and
I love that.
Same.
Because ours we had to put her down a couple months ago. The last one.
I'm sorry.
And so yeah, she was a good girl, but she was just old. Her quality of life was bad.
Fair.
So this new one, and it was something I forgot because I had gotten used to it. My other 2 dogs. So I have a Corgi mix and then a German Shepherd Husky mix.
Oh my God,
And those 2
That's
eat
what
normally.
Lulu is. It's a German Shepherd
yeah.
Husky mix. I'll
That's
show you
what
picture.
mine is named Luna.
Lulu
Aw.
is ours. Lulu.
Oh, yours is Lulu. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but one thing I forgot was how pit bulls will take food out of the bowl
Mhm.
to eat.
My
And
dog
now our
does that.
floor is always covered, and it feels
My
like it's
dog
like
does
walking
that.
on Legos. And I hate it so much.
He'll get a mouthful of food. He'll go into my bedroom and just spit it all over the carpet and then eat it one by one. And
Yeah,
if
and
he's
you're just
done,
like,
he leaves
"Bro."
the rest. I'm like,
Yes.
and then the cats eat it. I'm like, no wonder my oldest cat is fat. You can't leave your food out.
If you have more than one cat or dog, yeah, you're supposed to feed them on schedules because they will hoard the food. We just have 1 dog and 1 cat, so they eat differently, so it's not a big deal with them. Lulu does that. She'll take a mouthful, but if it's too much, she like bleh on the floor, but she'll eat it. So none of it's left. She'll eat everything off the floor. But it's really funny to watch her go, yeah, she made bits. But she won't put it back in her food bowl. She'll put it back. She puts it on the floor because she doesn't want to mess the food bowl up. She just, and the worst thing you can do is while she's eating, take the bowl and refill it. She looks at you like you have ruined all her plans.
Yeah.
And ruined her life because you filled up her. I'm like, but I wanted to make sure you had
Before
that
I
feed.
got the kitten, my oldest cat, she ate everything out of the middle. And when she sees the bottom, she's like, Dad, I'm starving. I need food. I'm like, "You have to-" So I'll shake the bowl and she's like, I saw what you did. Go put fresh food in that. No. And anyway, I free feed my cats, but my dog, because he's 13, like he is on a feeding schedule. So I actually physically, and 2, I have to pull his bowl up because the cats like his dog food better than their food. I'm like, you all are going to be overweight. That's going to be expensive. And then you all want to lay on me and you feel like children. No, like.
We're very lucky. The cat has sniffed the dog food, hasn't even. The dog will eat the cat food, 100%, but it's up too high for her. So, but the cat, the dog food is almost too big for the cat's mouth. So she couldn't even eat it if she tried.
I have a huge cat tree. It's like 72 or 80 inches tall. So I put their food up high. He can't get to it. He's the size of a Jack Russell. So even if he tried, he can't get to it.
Yeah, and Lulu knows better. We scolded her a few times we caught her once eating the cat food, and we scolded her going, no, that's the cat's food. This is your food. And then we put it up where she can't get it, and she knows better. If it's a certain height and we catch her, she's in big trouble. So she's very much a kind of dog that doesn't like to be in trouble. It's always been how she is. It's never been enough risk for her to be in trouble. So, I don't know. We've been very lucky. We have a very good dog, and I love my dog.
I love that I'm talking to people that are like animal lovers that own pets. I have friends that don't own pets, and they're just sitting there like, I have no idea what language you're speaking right now. Like fur babies are almost better than children, in my opinion. I do love kids, but fur babies are just awesome.
Their love for you knows no bounds. Really, like you try to give them boundaries, and they just don't understand.
Their personalities is the reason I love it. Their oh, horror. Look at the dog. Oh my God, you have a solid white one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Luna. And then the corgi mix is Stevie Licks. And then the newest one is Selena.
I'm stealing her. I'm stealing her.
You thief. Of course you would steal dogs.
There was a meme that went around. I actually sent it to Grim and Interscare Wifey, and Interscare. It says, I like stealing. It makes my heart go fast. Oh, God.
I mean,
that little black and white dog is adorable.
Yeah, Stevie.
Which is why I can't visit animal shelters. I was going to go adopt another dog, but I'm like, I can't go in there because I want to take all of them home.
They all belong to me now. They're all mine.
Well, here where I live, it's so sad because the only dogs that are in the shelters, they're all pit bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them.
Oh.
Yeah. You all are, I don't know if I have any.
Sweet.
I don't have any pictures of my dog on my computer.
Oh, this is from my phone.
Yeah, I do. Here it is.
This is Discord's on my phone too, so it's just like I look through my things till I find
there
it.
he is. His name is Sebastian. I call him Sir Bastard. I call him Sir Bastard though because
he looks like this.
He does look like a Sir Bastard.
And then this one is my kitten, my newest kitten. Hello, why didn't it show up? I don't know. It'll come through. Anyway, but that's Sebastian. He's as big as a little Jack Russell. The cat picture's taking forever. Don't know why. Anyway.
Don't ask questions. Discord's weird. So, we're getting to the end of the stream. We're actually technically over the stream. Anything on your channels that you guys would like to promote?
Go ahead. Or
come back to me.
Come back to you. You don't remember what you put on?
No, my brain shut down. No, I actually I would say arguably my favorite narration that I've done thus far, that I did with some other narrators. I would appreciate anybody coming in and checking it out. Subscribe, let me know. I always appreciate feedback. I'm always trying to improve as well. So yeah, come check out and have a good time.
Before I get started, I would like to tell the world congratulations to Horror on the Rocks. He has now moved over to the XLR realm, and I could not be prouder. Your audio sounds better. You sound better. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm trying to push anyone that uses the USB mic into the XLR world because the audio is just unbeatable. Once you get into it, you'll never use USB again. As far as my channel goes, I just released last night True Creepy Backwoods, and of course my videos are to put you to sleep. I'm getting ready to release a new video on my horror channel, so just watch out for that. And then 3, I have a live stream tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the US.
Eastern Standard Time is just Eastern Standard Time.
Well, I also say Eastern Standard Time and US for those that don't live in this country.
Eastern Standard Time is Eastern Standard. Like that is, anyways. My mountain time is mountain time. Like it's how it is. It's how it is.
Hey, no, I've actually I forgot who it was I was speaking to. I said Eastern Standard Time and they said what country.
Oh,
so I
really?
always have to say like United States. Yeah.
-8. At -8. I believe that's what it is, actually. Hold on, maybe that's my time zone is -8. I can't remember anymore. 42 is broken.
Reverse. What do you got going on, 42?
Tomorrow is going. This is going to really piss you all off. It's Glitch of the Matrix compilation because I have a giant collab that these 2 people that are in my coffee stream right now are in, and this week's been horrible, so I didn't have time to edit it. So it will be going up next week.
Hey, I'm in something. Did
Yes.
I already record
Yes,
it?
you're the main
You
character.
were like the first one.
Okay.
You said that you
Said it.
specifically said that you wanted to be in this if I did this story. So I made sure I gave you the main character.
So, in my defense, when I record something, especially collabs with other people, it's not like I just don't give a crap. I literally forget because I record so much.
Oh, I know.
I can't remember everything I've recorded or what I've sent to
Hey,
specific
you know what the
people.
important thing is? I remembered because it's for my channel. That is the more important part of the 2 things.
Dexter, I didn't mean any offense to people that use USB. I've used USB mics before. Some are decent, but all I'm saying is once you use an XLR mic, it will change your life. I promise you.
He says
Your
the person
voice,
using
you can
his Blue
actually,
Yeti.
yeah, you can hear your actual voice. Your voice just sounds totally different. I think Horror on the Rocks can attest to that.
Yeah, because I used 2 USBs, different ones, before I finally got this one, and it's not that big of a commitment. Like, you don't have to go out and get a Shure SM7B or anything right away. Like, I have the Rode Pod mic, and
Which is incredible.
it was $99 versus like a USB mics can pretty much be around the same price.
Yeah.
And then the Elgato Wave XLR I got for another $100, so roughly $250 for both.
Yeah, which
And
for those that don't know that's an interface which you
Yeah.
have to use.
Yes,
with an XLR mic.
you can't just plug it into the computer. You need an interface. You need an in-between to plug into your computer, which
So
is...
Dexter, no shade there. If you're using
No.
USB, brother or sister, I don't know your sex. I'm so sorry.
Pretty sure it's
by all
male.
means, okay, Mel. Okay, then by all means, please stick with your USB if that's what you like. I'm just saying XLR is where it's at.
I'm just happy with my Blue Yeti. It's way better than my QU2 was, but that's because I had a lemon.
Blue Yetis make me just yeah.
I like my Blue Yeti. Frig off. At least it doesn't do feedback randomly that I can't hear until I listen back to my recording.
Dexter, you make a good point.
And not using one, but seeing the value in the quality ones. Yeah. I like the Blue Yeti. It is, if the QU2 wasn't a lemon, I would have probably kept with it. But the fact that it just kept feeding back on me, and that one was XLR capable, which is why I bought, part of the reason I bought it was because then I could change that if I wanted to. But I had such, it was such a nice mic, but because of that, it was such a pain in my butt for me. Everyone else I've ever known to use one absolutely loved them. I had a bad one, and by the time I realized it was a bad one, I couldn't return it anymore.
Dexter, I can give you a high five. Hell yeah for the vintage AT2020. That's an awesome mic. Hi, Lady Vengeance.
Hello, Lady Vengeance. So if you guys are interested in the people that were on this lovely podcast / coffee stream, their links will be down below or in the show notes. I have to say this because this also goes on to my podcast in a week. I don't know if I ever told you guys that. You go onto a podcast.
New news for me.
Yeah, I have a podcast.
I did not know.
I have a podcast called Daydreams and Nightmares for 242.
Oh,
And it goes
cool.
on to that a week later. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's
Very
pretty,
nice.
They just can't respond like they do in the live streams. That's all.
Horror, your podcast should be named Horror on the Mic.
It would work. Yeah. I'm thinking about maybe changing the name of my podcast because it doesn't really work and it's a little too wordy, but I also don't know what else to name it, so.
Ask Chat GPT.
242 GPT.
I'll just call mine Too Hot to Handle. Something simple, corny, basic.
Yeah, you
I'll
already
get
have
banned.
Back to
I'll get
Ashes, so you
banned.
can't do that again.
No, Back to Ashes is for sleep, and then Phoenix Fire narrations. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I'll think of something.
I mean,
Anyway, sorry.
mine was simple. It was 242 reads, 242 slumbers. Hey, it's easy. All right, thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you all have a good day.
Hi, chat. Thank you all for being awesome.
Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you.
Bye.